Welcome back to the 203 Sports Pod. No longer accompanied by Ollie. He's got some off the field issues he's got to clear up. Today I'm joined by Teddy Rosen. What's up, Teddy?
Hi.
Andy Rittenberry.
What's up, Colin?
And Robert Hellman.
Great to see you.
Big weekend coming up. We got the one and only Big Game. Can't say the real name for trademark reasons. Let's first talk about the two championship games, NFC, AFC. And in the NFC Championship, we saw at the end some very conservative play calling from Matt LaFleur that maybe cost them the game. Maybe Aaron Rodgers could have ran the ball. What do you guys think?
Maybe Aaron Jones could have not fumbled twice, but
that's definitely a real possibility.
It's all what ifs, It's always, I feel like it's always Aaron Rodgers supporting cast lets him down, and we never blame Aaron. I like Aaron.
No,
Aaron Rodgers, I think, had the running lane and could have taken it, but wanted to do it with his arm.
No, I totally agree with Teddy though. If they had drafted better, if they hadn't drafted Jordan Love, then it would be a completely different story. If they had surrounded him with better players,
I mean, AJ Dillon did not be a good
You
selection.
got Devontae Adams, who a lot of people think is the best receiver in the league.
I am
Aaron Jones, who is a very good running back, a very good offensive line.
But then they have no supporting cast other than
Dillon.
Alan Lazard is solid. Marquez Valdez-Scantling is a very good deep threat.
Alan Lazard is underrated.
They still should have won the game. This game is on Matt LaFleur for inexplicably kicking the field goal instead of...
Oh, yeah, that was
Brady bribed him.
Very true, very true.
That was just a horrible decision on every single level. And, part of it falls on Rodgers for not running there, but, come on.
Also if he ran it, maybe gets 3 or 4 yards, they could have an easier decision to make and just go for it.
And you can't put the ball in the hands of Tom Brady, like the greatest player of all time, and expect him to not run the clock out. I just think that was just such a bad decision, and I don't know.
Speaking of which, Tom Brady, at the ripe old age of 43, moving on to his 10th Super Bowl. That's it. We'll call it the Super Bowl.
It's over. GOAT.
He is the GOAT, and it's at home in Tampa Bay.
I think of all the major sports, of all the major American sports, he's the greatest athlete.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't want to take into account running or anything like that because Usain Bolt and stuff like that. Michael Phelps.
You did say American sports, and Usain Bolt is also Jamaican. So
I know.
Great point, Colin.
Michael Phelps is
probably moving on because this episode's going to be up on a Saturday. People are going to have a lot of things to do. We want to just get our opinions in real quick. AFC Championship. A lot of people, including myself, think that Patrick Mahomes should not have been cleared to play, and that definitely should have been not medically cleared. Seems like he was kind of cleared in the interest of the Chiefs.
Chad Henne? Is that really that much of a downgrade, though?
Obviously, it's a downgrade, but
the Browns?
I think they still would have
prioritized winning over his health.
I think they still would have won too.
They still would have found a way to win.
They smacked them. They lose Tyreek Hill. I love Tre'Davious White. They couldn't guard Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked that he played. I'll just say that, but we're not the Chiefs doctors, and you know that if it was probably most other players, he would not have played in that game.
Yeah,
that's true.
But he did.
This is the championship game.
Also, another storyline coming out of that game. Eric Fisher goes down with the Achilles injury.
That's going to be a big
out
loss
for the Super Bowl.
Especially against two dominant edge rushers like Jason Pierre-Paul and Shaquille Barrett. That's going to be a tough loss for them because especially if you watched the Super Bowl last year, you could see how Nick Bosa really affected Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He was in that backfield almost every single play, it seemed like. And without Eric Fisher, I feel like we're going to see that same thing again, and that might be a game changer right there.
It's not just Eric Fisher, though. I think that they're
starter for that offense.
Yeah, there are various other O-linemen who are hurt, so it's not just Eric Fisher. I think it's the majority of the Chiefs' line is injured in some way.
And the Bucs D is a monster. They have a monster D line.
All right, seems like we're getting already onto the topic of the Super Bowl. I'm just going to intervene really quickly. We're going to go on just really quick, the spread for the Super Bowl is going to be Tampa Bay plus 3.5. The money line, if you want to bet on the Bucks, would be plus 40, and for the Chiefs, minus 175. And over/under for total points is 57.5. Moving on, Rick, let's get your pick for the spread.
I'm going with the Chiefs here. Don't get me wrong, I think this game will be a close game, but I don't know. I just feel like the Chiefs are just way too high-powered of an offense, and that Tyreek Hill 269-yard game.
200 yards and like 4 touchdowns in the first half. They
Carlton
really
Davis cannot contain Tyreek Hill.
That game is still really fresh in my mind, and I don't know. I just think that Andy Reid's going to pull out all the stops in this one.
Yeah.
I agree.
Moving on for my pick, I think the Chiefs will cover the spread. I think the Chiefs' offense is just too good, honestly. They have too many weapons to be fully contained. Last time you saw Tyreek Hill really shred that defense, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was Travis Kelce doing it this time. I feel like the Bucs will be definitely keying in on Tyreek Hill more. Spags, also defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, I think will do a good job in Giants pride. Will do a good job in containing that Bucs offense, which has a lot of weapons. But if I know one thing about Spags in Super Bowls, he likes to hit Tom Brady and likes to keep him on the ground because that's where it's best for him. Chiefs are just going to take this one. I got them winning 48-42.
48-42.
It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout.
Steven Spagnuolo is going to do such a good job. He's only going to
Never mind. 48-10. Blowout. Moving on, Robbie.
All right. So, a lot of our following has, disrespected me, not respected any of my
following, right?
We have not.
No, and you know what? None of my picks have been respected to this point, and yet they have been right. If you look at, I just want to bring us back to the NBA selections. I currently have the most accurate NBA.
That's false. We went back and
standings.
checked the stats. Ricky, the stat guy, checked them out yesterday. I'm in first place now.
At this point.
You actually, Colin?
So I just want to point that out before I go into this pick. A lot of people are not going to like what I have to say here. I think Tom Brady and the Bucs will pull it out against the Chiefs. I don't think you can bet against the greatest player of all time. You just can't. Their offense has so many pieces, and Green Bay's Green Bay. And I honestly don't think that the Chiefs' defense is that good. I think they're a mid-tier defense, but I don't think
they're not good. But in my opinion, they have the championship experience. They have the Super Bowl experience. They've been good enough.
Tom Brady doesn't
to win a Super Bowl, obviously. But most of that defense was here last year. They know what they're doing in the Super Bowl. They're not scared. Spags knows how to play Tom Brady if he knows.
Yeah.
I think they'll do a good job containing that team.
I think I have the Bucs winning outright here. I think their defense is going to break down the O-line of Kansas City, which is very injured. I think that their linebackers are quick enough where they're going to be able to hold Kelce.
Devin White is very good.
Yeah, and same with
Levante
what's his face.
Levante David, who's also
what's his face is a great linebacker.
Yeah. He's been undefeated his whole career.
So yeah, I have them winning outright, and I think that additionally both teams are going to cover the over, which is I think 57.
Dude, we're not at the over/under yet.
We're not there yet.
Okay, I did.
No.
You can get to it when we get there, okay, buddy? Moving on, Teddy, spread pick.
I have the Chiefs covering. I mean, back to what Colin said. Tyreek Hill roasted them, or was that red? I don't know.
That doesn't matter.
Roasted them, and I feel
Don't bet against the goat.
Robbie, please, it's my time. I really feel like they're going to key in on Tyreek Hill a lot more this game, which although I do think is going to open up for Kelce, I feel like their linebackers are good matchups for Kelce. I mean, if you can have a good matchup for Travis Kelce. But I feel like what's really going to kill the Bucs here is the fact that they're going to key in so much on Hill and Kelce that that it's going to be Sammy Watkins, it's going to be Demarcus Robinson, it's going to be
Nicole
Tyreek
Hardman.
Hill, it's going to be Pringle, it's going to be death by a million paper cuts, like what happened.
CEH.
Excuse me.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yes, no, Clyde, if he plays.
Mark my words, Le'Veon
Le'Veon.
Bell will score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
You gonna bet on that? You could win a lot of money if you bet on that. Bet like $10 on
I
that.
completely and utterly disagree.
I know you do,
Right?
Robbie.
Care to elaborate, or are you just going to say it?
Here's why I care to elaborate. I actually think Leonard Fournette is going to go off in the Super
Really?
Bowl.
What
But
does that have to do with Le'Veon Bell?
And no. That's just. I just wanted to throw that out
They're
there.
both washed
been a-
running backs. That's what it is.
He's been a different breed in the playoffs. Leonard Fournette has.
Has he? Has he really?
He has. Did you see that run?
He's been good, I will say.
Did you
he
see
has
that
been
run
better
against
than
Green
he
Bay?
was.
Like after Godwin made that catch,
Hey.
and then
Robbie,
Oh.
Green Bay's run defense has sucked for years.
you know what? Look at my face, Steady. I don't care.
Okay,
Let's keep it professional. How about?
bro, the Kansas City run defense is the best asset of their defense.
That's true. All right. Moving on, we got money line where Tampa Bay is. No Ollie, never mind. Tampa Bay plus 140, Kansas City minus 175. Rit, what's your pick here?
Listen, I'm not too experienced with the money line, but I'm just going to play it safe, roll with the Chiefs.
Oh my God.
Can you let me? I'm going to roll with the Chiefs, and I am so confident to all the people that have stayed with me throughout these betting picks.
Hey, Rit, how many picks do you get right so far?
I'm not actually sure, Teddy. but
Probably
let me
one or two.
continue. I personally guarantee.
Seg. All right, go ahead.
I personally guarantee the Kansas City Chiefs will win this football game. So
not-
bet.
A personal guarantee.
From Andrew Riddenberry 4.
All right. That's all I gotta say. Just
All right.
play it safe with the Chiefs.
Moving on to my money line pick. I also got the Chiefs. I feel like they're unstoppable. Obviously the loss of Eric Fisher is gonna hurt them. But this year, Mahomes against the blitz has just been absolutely ridiculous. Definitely an improvement from last year. They showed some stat before the AFC Championship game. I think he had against the blitz maybe like 14 touchdowns, I think,
Yep.
0 interceptions on 75% completion. Just ridiculous numbers. He does that
old
man little hobble out to the sideline and
Yeah, I saw that. I
fire
saw
one
that.
in.
Robert Saleh was talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the Chiefs are gonna have to take this one. I was 5-1 this year in my bets. Really feel like the Chiefs are gonna take this one here.
A great man once told me, don't mislead people.
Who's that great man? Who's that great man?
Who's that great man?
The Wolf of Wall Street.
No.
Wow, he was such
No. Wrong.
He was a
Wrong.
great person.
Didn't he literally mislead?
A, not a great person. B, never said that. And C, he
No,
misled
he did.
almost everyone.
So I've been listening a lot to the Wolf of Wall Street. He told me, don't mislead people. And,
I mean, I don't think if you would the Wolf. Same way.
I personally, Andrew Rittenberry's 4 guaranteed a win for the Chiefs. I personally guarantee you I'm willing to put all of my money on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hey, Robbie,
All
Tom
right.
Brady.
let's make this happen.
Let's put a pause
Hey, this is
on the
my.
pod.
This is
Andrew-
my money.
And Robbie, let's get a bet going right now.
Right here, right now. Folks at home, you're seeing this happen.
This is live!
live.
Live right now, I'm willing to put a good amount of my net worth on the line. That'd be $20.
His net worth is $66 million.
$20, Robbie. That is a deal.
$20?
$20, let's get a handshake. Hand up to the camera. Right there.
Socially, this is handshake here, folks.
$20, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
Let's
Folks,
clarify the rules on that
$20.
bet. Tampa Bay Buccaneers win. Robbie will receive $20 from Rittenberry of Andrew. And Chiefs win, that $20 is going right from
Well,
Robbie.
Colin, clarifying here is that this is not actually against the spread. This is an outright win bet.
Outright bet. All right.
No, so by the way, just to clarify, Rick gives me $20 if I win. I give him $20 if he wins.
Yep, Teddy, you're up.
Yep. We're gonna skip over Robbie because he just
I'm
gave
taking
his
Chiefs.
opinion.
I just gave my opinion
Robbie.
based on the Wolf of Wall Street.
I'm taking Chiefs minus 170. I really feel
Minus
confident
175.
to win. They have a great run defense. They're going to shut down Fournette, and they're going to shut down Ronald Jones. They're going to force Brady to beat him with his arm, which he will be able to do well, but he just can't compete with.
Thank you. He will.
At this point in his career, he's like Mahomes. They both have great weapons. I'm not saying they don't, but he just like Mahomes. Like
Mahomes is
that Chiefs
levels.
is too good. It's easy money, in my opinion.
Moving on to Ollie. Oh wait.
Oh, psych!
Over
Wow, that
under.
was just weird.
Over under 57.5. Andrew.
I really don't know how you could bet the under on this one.
Yeah, no. If the conditions are
Hey,
bad,
hey, hold up. I'm making that point in my. Continue, Andrew.
All right, barring weather conditions, I don't know how you can bet the under on this one. These are two of the most explosive offenses on paper I've ever seen. Literally, these offenses are like if you like made a Madden team and just, especially the Bucks, like just put like any player that came to your mind, and obviously that has nothing to do with the actual game, but these guys are so talented, and I really like both of these offensive-minded head coaches in Andy Reid and Bruce Arians, and I think they'll find ways to score points, and a lot of them. Easily bet the over, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yep. Briefly mentioned the weather conditions.
We did.
There's some chance of thunderstorms Sunday in Tampa Bay. And because of that, I'm actually going to take the over because you're out of your mind to take the under in this game. It's Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady, two of the best gunslingers of all time. Some of the best offensive weapons we've seen in a while around the league. You talk about, like, you see all these posts throughout the year. Oh, the Chiefs got the last Infinity Stone. The Bucks roster is insanely stacked. These teams have too many weapons to take the under.
I completely agree with you. But we'll see what Robbie says, because we can never be sure with this kid.
So, people call me crazy all the time.
All the time.
But for this one, I would be
Baba Booey.
if I called the under.
No.
I would be.
Back in 3, 2, 1.
All right, you have to be crazy to not take the over here. Honestly, there's no talking about it. What Colin said, some of the greatest offensive weapons ever assembled on both teams. You've got the GOAT on one side and probably a pretty decent quarterback on the other side. So,
Dude, Tom Brady
that was
is
sarcasm, that was sarcasm,
Brady's
that was
better than
sarcasm.
Brady isn't.
I'm going to hand it over to Ted, man.
Call me crazy, but I'm gonna take the over. I'm not. I know.
Original.
You used my joke.
And hey,
You
Robbie,
used my joke.
leave out. Quit. Just I don't want to hear it. You're so funny. No, but unless the conditions are actually awful, in which case the Chiefs will still win because their run defense is awesome. They're gonna put. I think each team's gonna put up at least 30, which means that by that math, they're gonna put
Agreed.
up more than 57.5.
One
Breaking news coming in right now. Free agent
Oh.
Marcelo Zuna re-signing with the Braves.
That is a complete non sequitur.
That's why you watch this podcast. You get
You know what?
live
Our
news.
viewers are going to see that and be like, oh my god.
This will be
Here
12
first.
12 to 14 hours old.
Reported by Colin Tiscornia.
One thing I'd like to point out, last time these two teams played in November, they did not reach the over for this game, they did not reach.
Well, what
This
was,
Chiefs offense is a different animal now.
what was the
And
score of
Tom Brady
that game, Andrew?
System.
27-24.
27-24. Well, okay. Let's elaborate on that 27-24.
Let's delve
Tyreek Hill,
deeper.
what? 2 touchdowns first quarter. And the Chiefs were up by a lot, and they were kind of playing protect their lead, which you don't do in the Super Bowl. If you're up, you keep building. So I really just think that that's going to be a good story this time around.
Yeah.
I think everyone learned from the Falcons that when you're up, you do not take your foot off the gas, especially
right.
And the 49ers, for that matter.
Yeah.
True.
Last year, Kyle Shanahan, man, does not know how to put away a Super Bowl.
Well, it was his first time. Psych, he was also the offensive coordinator of that Falcons team. He is not a Super Bowl quarterback or coach. Can't get it done on the biggest stage. What can I say? Come at me. But, yeah.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be about it for our Super Bowl preview. Tune in next Wednesday. We'll talk about Emmanuel quickly in the New York Knicks.
Yes, sir.
Off to a roller coaster start. We're not going to talk about the Blazers. They're trash. Actually, Knicks versus Blazers is coming up. We'll have a summary of that game. Talk about Bradley Beal. We'll talk a little bit about James Harden to the Nets, which we still haven't talked about, which we definitely should have.
That's because of Ollie.
Ollie Tubbs.
Yep, we'll hopefully have more clarification.
He's on maternity leave at the moment, guys. Sorry.
Maybe he can be back, but it's not looking
We might
good
have a
right
replacement for him. Just, keep your ears.
Robbie, watch yourself. We might have a replacement for you, too.
Very true.
Oh!
Signing off, ladies and gentlemen.